patterns. We're looking at chart patterns, and this chart pattern is what we notice and what we observe in the market on daily basis. If you look at what we have here, you are going to see this is a kind of bar chart. This is a bar chart. Sorry, this is a line chart. Okay, this is a line chart. You're not going to be seeing wicks and all those stuffs. This is a bar chart, not a candlestick chart. Now, if you look properly, you are going to be seeing different kinds of chart formations. Different kinds of chart formation. I'm going to be showing you all each of them gradually. We are going to be looking at them gradually and how to trade them. If you look here, you can see this is actually the double bottom. Here, this is the double bottom. You can see it. Now, there is a general way of trading this double bottom. You can see this is the first bottom, this is the second bottom. Now, what the general way of trading is that when it breaks out of this neckline, because immediately you see a double bottom, the next thing you do is you mark, okay, after the first bottom has been formed and the neckline has been formed, the next thing you do is that you mark out the neckline. As it comes to form the second bottom and goes up, you have already placed your horizontal or your rectangle on this neckline. So as it breaks out and comes back to retest it, you will do what? You will enter your trade at this point. You enter your trade. That is the general way of trading double bottom. Okay. Now, there's something I want to tell you guys. The what do you call them? The broker, the forex brokers. They already know this thing that we are talking about. They already know this thing that you are learning. They know it. So what happens is that at this level, at this point here, if you go through your chart, you see that at this neckline, there is usually a lot of manipulations, so much of manipulations that you don't know where to end. Sometimes you don't even know where the retest is. Sometimes you find it very difficult to spot out the retest point. So what happens is that at this point, most time personally, I look at this level here. You see this level, because if you enter your trade here, you're actually going to bring your stop loss to be above this this support level here. So somewhere here is going to be your stop loss. Now, most times the distance from here to this place might be so long that it might be so long enough to blow your account. So if you enter your trade here and place your stop loss here and it goes against you, so you might be blowing up your account or you might be losing so much. So most times I try to enter my trade around here. Once I notice this, I begin to look out for candle pattern. That's why I taught you guys candle formation before this topic, so that you know how to you'll be able to understand when the candle is giving you a reversal signal. So whenever you see it here giving you that reversal signal, you enter your trade here, then place your stop loss above it, somewhere here, somewhere above it here, just the way you would have done normal. So if it continues to go, that is, it breaks down this support and continues to go, to hit your stop loss, and that is it, is gone, no problem. The loss will be very small. But if it goes, you see, by the time it reaches here, you're already on profit, and then comes back to retest this level. Definitely it's going to retest this level. Any trade that comes back and then crosses this level and it begins to come, it has been invalidated. It is no more valid. The setup is no more valid. So it is going to come to retest this level and then go up, comes to the next level here where you take your profit, and you see you have made more profit, and then you risked a little, very much little. That's how I trade it. Now this one you see here is the bullish pennant. It's like I told you guys, it signals a continuation. This is it, an uptrend, and all of a sudden it began to form this lower low high, these lower lows here and then lower highs here, and then you use your trend line, place it and see that you are seeing a kind of rectangle that is slanted, and then you begin to watch for a breakout. Once a breakout here, then it comes back to retest it, boom, you are gone with your trade. You take your trade and then it continues buying. So that is how it is, guys. That is how it is. So this one here is the bullish pennant. It's just the same thing as well. You wait for a breakout, After this kind of information has been given, wait for a breakout and retest, and you enter and you are riding the trade. This is it. Now this one is ascending. This is ascending wedge. This one is for reversal. Now look at it. The ascending wedge. You can see the way it happened there. Then a breakout here, okay, and then retest here. And you see you're taking your trade. At this point, you are taking your profit. Okay, look at the next one here. Just like that, just go through this. I sent this already. I think I've sent the picture. If I have not sent it, I send it again. So you can see descending wedge. This is a descending wedge here. You can see the same way it happened, and then then it broke out here and came back to the test. Then you enter your trade at the retest point, and then yeah, making profit. Then this one is a triple top. Okay, you can see it from triple top here. Okay, from another top here, from another top here, and broke out here. This is you can also look at this as the um rectangle formation. I think I posted something like that too. Look at it here. As it broke out here. They made a retest. You enter your trade at this retest point, and then you are riding the profit. Okay, so you can go on and on. Look at it. Look at it. Bearish flag. All of them, they are just breakouts and retest, breakout and retest, breakout and retest. That's how it trade generally. But for the double bottom and the head and shoulder, I've shown you guys how to trade it, how personally I trade it. Now look at this head and shoulder now. This is shoulder, this one here is the head. Okay. This is the shoulder, this is the head, and this is the last shoulder here. Now what happens is that here you see a neckline around here. Then here it broke out here, came back to retest it, and then you expected to enter here, enter a trade, they buy actually, and then you're on profit. That's the general way it's being traded. But personally, know that if you enter your trade here, you're likely to come here and place your stop loss. If you want to be conservative, you place your stop loss here above the last neck, above the last shoulder here. Now you can see the length already. You can see it here. This is the length between here to here. It's very huge, very huge. And like I told you guys earlier, around here you are going to be having a lot of manipulations. Sometimes this neckline will be slanted this way. It will just you will find it like slanted like this. This is where the first neck will be. This is where the second neck will be. This is where the third one will be, or sometime here. You might not even it will just be very like very confusing. It will just be very confusing at times. So if you take your trade here, you might have to risk a lot. Okay, if you take it here, you might have to risk a lot, and sometimes it will even be hard for you to identify. So what I normally do is that to avoid this high risk, because if you place your trade here and you place your stop loss here, by the time you move from here to here, I assure you will be able to hold it, especially if you have a small account. Okay, except those who have huge account. Now look at it. I look out for a reversal candlestick here, a candlestick that signals a reversal here. Once I see it, maybe to close around here, I place my trade, then I put my stop loss here, let's say above this last neck. I put my stop loss here. That's good. So if I put my stop loss here, enter the trade here, you see the risk will not be high, it will not be that much, and then it runs all the way to here. As it comes back to the test, continues moving. Huge profits, guys. So that is the way I personally trade this pattern formation. I just pray that we are going to see this kind of formation on Sunday, because if you see this kind of formation on Sunday, I'm going to trade it. I'm going to place a trade for us to see. But if we don't see it, then we'll see. I'll just look for the one that happened previously and show you guys. But if you see it, I'll show you. I'm going to take a trade so that all of you will see it. I know exactly how I do it in practical terms, because most of these things I'm showing you here is just normal theory. But if you go to a live chat, that's why you need to organize your you need to set up your Google Meet, so that we are going to look at it in the real life market. Okay, this is the head and shoulder. The other one we saw first was the inverse one. Okay, so this is it, guys. Now look at this one. This is how it looks in the real chart. This is how it looks in the real chart. This one here is the rising wedge. If you look here, you can see it broke out here, and then you can see where it broke out. You can see this is where it broke out here, and then give a retest. The retest was quite small. Then you enter your trade here. This was the right place to enter. As it retested it, as you see this retest, you just enter your trade. Zoom. You are making a lot of profit. And then look at it. This way you take your profit from this level. Okay, this former high I gave, and then you are taking your trade. Sorry for the bent line. Okay, so you are taking your trade here. Don't mind my line. Okay, so you are taking your trade from this level. That is your profit around this level. Okay, this would have been a serious profit. All right, now let me also show you guys the next one. This one is the next one here. Okay, you can also see this formation. Then all of a sudden there was a breakout here to the downside. Now you see that this is the manipulation I'm telling you guys about. This is where they did something like a retest. But if you go by it, you might not be able to enter any trade there, because it did not retest. It did not get back to this point. Okay, it did not get back to this point. Now I believe if you go to the lower time frame, if you go back to your lower time frame, maybe M5 or M1, at this spot here, you would have seen a kind of retest or a kind of misbehavior, a kind of candle that gave you the signal to take a sell. And then before this one happen, you would have taken your profit. You have gotten a lot of profit. So this the manipulation I was telling you guys about. Now this is the head and shoulder in the real chart. This is the neckline. Okay, this one was a little bit okay. This is it. Okay, you can see how it looks. Now it came here. You can see the retest was just a single candle that I used to do the retest in this one. You can see this bearish candle here. You can see it. This was the retest. So if you go to the lower time frame, you are going to see this clearer as a retest, and then you enter your trade and you are moving. So what I advise you guys to do, which I normally do also, is when you get the neckline, mark out the neckline, and then you see that price is coming to that side. What you do is that you go down to your M5 or M1 quickly. That is your lower time frame. You go there, especially M5 or M1. As you go to your lower time frame, begin to monitor it, begin to watch it. As soon as price you see this kind of retest within your what do you call it, within your neckline, because this was a serious rejection. As it hits here, it was rejected to the downside. As you see it, you know that yes, this is a rejection. This is a rejection candle. Okay, this is a rejection candle, and it came back to retest, just a retest. And then you enter a trade around here. You can see this candle. You can see the momentum in this candle. Look at it, bullish candle, high momentum. You can see it. And then they did some jaga here, and then they continue the motion. That's just how it is. So you must watch out. But if someone has seen this candle, okay, if I was in my lower time frame, and then I spotted out this candle. Look at this candle. Okay, let me just zoom in. Okay, you can see this candle here. I taught you guys candle pattern on Wednesday. You can see this was a very sweet rejection candle. You can see it. This was rejection. It shows you that there is going to be a reversal, and then you can see this one. So the bears have lost the control, and then at this point, if we were able to enter around here after this candle did what it did, and then you saw this one next, you enter your trade, then bring your stop loss, place it here. I assure you this will be a kind of sniper entry, will be on a serious profit. Okay, so this is how it works, guys. You escape all this manipulation, you just go on buying and making profit. Now this is another one. You can see this one is double bottom. Now look at this. How do you know the neckline around here? Look at where this one is. Look at where this one is. Look at where the other one is. How do you know? Are you going to take this one as the neckline? That's the manipulation I tell you guys about. So here, you are going to take this as your neckline actually. This center high here, this high at the center here is your neckline. This was the retest, and then you enter around here and you are gone on profit. You zoom up with your profit. But look at this level. Someone could have entered the trade at this point. When you see this thing coming down here and you notice, you saw these candles here. You can see this one. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, this is not very clear, but you can see this was a rejection candle to the upside, a signal that something tells you that the bulls are now in control. This is where the bears lost it. It just retested this level here and it moved, and you can see, let's check the next the kind of candles that followed. You can see it. You can see it like this, or here you are making your profit already. Okay, so guys, you can just go to your Google, look at it, browse and get most of these images, see the way they are formed. Go to your chart, look at it, see the way the images are formed. Okay, you are going to see so much of it, and then you observe it and see how they reacted, so that you master it, practice it on your demo account, how to enter this whole thing before even the neckline, how to enter them around here. Go back to the our previous lesson on candlestick formation, candlestick pattern. Go back to candlestick pattern. It is going to help you very well in trading this chart formation. Okay, so thank you guys. This where I'll be ending this video. If you have any question, feel free to ask and then I will attend to them. Thank you very much, guys.